here with Russ Bright of Mill Geek Comics. Yo, we are 6 feet away. We are safe. But why are we here? Because we have to be here today.
We're here to do mail call assembly because it's the one day a month that we need all hands on deck to put together boxes for you guys.
Dude, while we have you here, I want to know, how have you been surviving? What's been going on? How has the store made its way now? It's been 2 months with the doors closed. Just let us know how you're doing and the good things that are happening.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's absolutely crazy, to say the least. A lot of shops are doing their best to try and just make ends meet right now. Again, I'm super excited that Diamond Comics has finally released comics this week. DC Comics has been going through Lunar and another distributor the last couple weeks, and we were getting DC Comics in there. So it's a slow ramp up, but man, it has been really, really difficult. I can tell you that we opened a Shopify shop on our website, millgeekcomics.com. We still have a lot of great people supporting us on Patreon. So as those comics come in, all of their orders online, we're shipping those comics out. So a lot of the big thing that we had to do was shift from having a storefront to being able to do more of an online thing. And that is absolutely something that shops are going to need to do to adapt to this new landscape. But as for Mill Geek Comics, we are doing fine. This is one of those things that is just another little bump in the road, but we are going to weather this storm. We're going to come out stronger than ever before. The mail call has been fantastic. All of the supporters on our Patreon have been fantastic. All of the people buying stuff through our website have been absolutely great, and we keep getting new collections and new comics coming in that we're just going to keep growing. So this is not going to slow us down. It's just going to make us stronger in the long run.
Okay, so I know a lot of stores have been going through a new distribution company. Mm-hmm. Have you done that? What's the experience? Tell me about that.
DC Comics has decided to start releasing comics through 2 different distribution companies, and we are going through Lunar Distribution, which I think is a subsidiary of the Discount Comic Book Service. I know there's a lot of people who were online, a lot of shops that don't want to do it. I've even talked to local shops that didn't want to try and do anything outside of Diamond. Lunar has been fantastic. Ordering has been great. Shipping has been great. In 3 weeks, we have had 0 damages. We have had 0 books dropped. We have not had a single problem with any of the things that we've ordered, which is not the case with the other people that I've been ordering comics from for 7 years. So, even if Diamond is shipping comics again now, they could learn a lot from how Lunar does it.
What did they do different, like with their shipping?
Oh my gosh. So, they bubble wrap the comics and put them in a box, and then bubble wrap the box and put it in another box. It's really, honestly, the most white glove shipping I have seen for a distribution company ever. This is the absolute opposite of what happens with Diamond.
And then I'll put that box inside of another box, and then I'll mail that box to
comic shops.
And when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer.
Where they just throw a bunch of comics in a box that don't fit, they're sideways, they're messed up. I generally have 5 to 10% of my comics damaged every week from Diamond because of carelessness. Lunar has not been that same way, and I'm really, really a fan of how they're doing this right now.
I'm seeing a ton of support online, publishers, distributors, even celebrities and people in the comic game. Have you gotten any assistance? What does that actually look like on your end?
So there are a lot of grants and loans out there for small businesses, and they are really, really tough to get. There are grants that we're not eligible for. There are things that dried up before we were able to apply for them. But I can tell you the BINC, the Book Industry Charitable Foundation, has been doing a fantastic job. I've actually been in contact with them over there. And for those of you that haven't been paying attention, this is the one that DC Comics donated a large amount of money, and Jim Lee and his friends have been doing original art auctions on eBay with 95% of the proceeds going to help small shops. So it's been very, very cool that we are actually getting money from them to help us stay around. You know, Jim Lee did some fantastic drawings. There was a Sandman in Death that I really, really liked. Art Adams did an amazing Death that Comic Pops and I were talking about. Bill S. did a great Elektra. I mean, there's really just some gorgeous drawings out there, and they're going for way more money than I could ever afford. So again, thank you very much to BINC and DC Comics and everyone else who donated, because it is really one of the very few places that are helping small shops like ours.
So as you adjust to the new normal as a comic book shop owner, what does that landscape actually look like for you in the future?
Well, it is going to be a long, hard road. Right now, we're getting between 10 and 15% of the comics we were in February, and it looks like even now, we're probably not going to be up at full speed in September. A bunch of comics and a bunch of titles got canceled. So shops need to be able to adapt, and one of the big things that they need to do is move online. If you're not selling on eBay, if you're not willing to ship to your customers, you need to be able to do that. I'm very glad that Mill Geek Comics is ahead of the curve. I'm glad that we have an online shop. I'm glad that I've been able to do Mail Call with Tom for the last 2 years now, because those have definitely helped the shop remain relevant in this really trying time. But we've also got this fantastic Patreon, so if your shop closes, you can still order from us. We're shipping all across the country to a ton of different people, and they're still getting their comics. So as new comics are trickling in, we have shipments that are ready to go out today for all of the Diamond comics that came out today.
Russ, tell the community how they can make you their comic guy.
So even in these uncertain times, I can get you your comics. Mill Geek Comics is still shipping every single week, all the comics coming in. Check out our Patreon or give me an email, millgeekcomics@gmail.com, and I will walk you through it. It's $10 a month. It helps cover the shipping, and we will get you your comics. All the ordering is done online, and we'll ship them out to you, no problem.
Ooh, and you ship them in a box?
We do ship them in a box. Way to geek responsibly.
If we hit over 1,000 likes, I'm gonna do a Peach Momoko variant. I said it. Hold me to it.